Shalom and welcome to this week's edition of the Rabbi's Ramblings. Hope you've had a good week. In this week's parasha, the parasha of Korach, we read about Korach's rebellion, in which he challenges the authority of Moshe Rabbeinu. And we see that in the rebellion he poses these questions to Moshe Rabbeinu. Well, one of them is where he says, we have a mitzvah to put a mezuzah on our doorpost, which is taking two paragraphs from the Torah, writing it on a piece of parchment, rolling it up and putting it on the doorpost. Well, what happens if you have not only two paragraphs, but you have an entire Torah inside the home? And you have multiple Torahs. The home is filled with Torah scrolls. Do you still need those two paragraphs on your doorpost? To which Moshe Rabbeinu answers that yes, you do. Now, what Korach was trying to do, he was trying to mock Moshe Rabbeinu. But what is the answer to this question? It seemingly is a good one. Why would we need to have two paragraphs on our doorpost if you have multiple Torahs in its entirety inside the home? So firstly, the answer is because Hashem said so. Hashem says we should put the mezuzah, which is two paragraphs from the Torah, two specific paragraphs, namely of the Shema, and put it on our doorpost. But there's also a lesson we can learn. The doorpost, of course, is a doorway into our home, but it is also an exit through which we leave our home. And that is as follows. That when we are having a mezuzah on our doorpost, when we are entering our home, reminds us that we need to bring Hashem into our home. Well, if our home is filled with Torah scrolls, then that reminder may not be as necessary. But there still is another purpose of a doorway. And that is that it is through it that we leave our home. So the mezuzah reminds us that we may have a home filled with Torah scrolls. We may have a home filled with Judaism, with mitzvot, with study of Torah. But that's not enough. We need to take it out with us. We need to take it to the road, so to speak. We need to take it to work. We need to take it to our vacation and anywhere else that we may go. And that is the lesson we can learn from this fact that we need to have a mezuzah on the doorpost of a home, even though the home may be filled with Torah scrolls. Remember, you matter, so make a difference. Shabbat Shalom.